Yeah, make it real tough on FURIA. It's going to be a test. I love that angle that Yanko just came out with. As the Mongols have already played in 3 events this year. FURIA coming in cold. A little bit of ring rust perhaps, and that's never ever fun coming up against Asian teams who can be so in your face.
3 events in 31 days, and here we go. An attack out of Palace for the Mongols with 3 players, 2 out ramp. Utility starting to trickle on over into the site, and Fallen, oh, he's under the first bit of pressure. He'll handle it with a headshot, and a second chance, going for the reload, and gets taken down by Mzinho.
Yeah, no second chances for Fallen. That reload takes way too long. Serato, Art, and Cello going to be coming through CT spawn for the retake. They've got 9-10 and Mzinho just waiting around the corner. And there is a flashbang. It better be God tier.
It looks like it's got a good trajectory, and Serato peeks before it with a headshot dry onto 9-10. And the Mongols in the post plant are losing numbers, but the time is ticking on. And FURIA need some extra time to get into the site here in this retake. Despite having the player advantage, they need to get on the defuse. Art has the kit. That'll buy them 5 extra seconds. And Senzu, the last player left, tucked in Palace, hoping he can deny the defuse. And he's got the headshot. Now it's about the time. And Cello picked up that kit, and he'll hold it down for the defuse. Thank God they had a kit left around.
Yeah, that was on Fallen. Got killed right there at the entrance to the bomb site. So able to pick it up on the way. And what a save. Even the Molotov from FURIA doesn't go deep enough to flush him out behind those boxes and prevents FURIA from swinging on him. So that actually got really, really dangerous. But these 2 kills are the critical ones. Blind kill from Cello, the Serato 1 tap to clear out those CT spawn stairs and give them access to the retake.
Good trade from Cello, gets the defuse in, but the bomb plant was down for the Mongols, so you know that that's going to cause the second round T-side force buy. So AK out, Khalil's in there, and a Deagle.
Oh, look at this from FURIA. 4 players start at the B bomb site. Serato boosts Cello up, Fallen and Art push underpass. Coming back into its middle, Art's got to be very careful. Smoke to allow his safety on the exit. But Mongols are coming right at him.
Art inside of the smoke at the bottom of connector. Ooh, failed boost. That gives Art the sound cue and all the information he needs to drop back further inside the connector, and they lay down the bullets into the smoke. It's Cello with a kill on 9-10. Mzinho trying to follow up with a play into the A bomb site, but Yuri in the perfect position to deal with that. And it's just Senzu. This 4th spy has not paid off for the Mongols. It is 2-0 for FURIA.
Yeah, that failed boost in middle is so unfortunate. It obviously gives the information over to Cello to be able to spam the smoke, but also I think they might have been able to catch Art kind of falling back up those stairs if they'd got it on the first try. A couple missed opportunities there. 2-0 for FURIA starting this out, and we're going to get a little pause in the action.
The Mongols jersey is pretty sick. I like the sort of armor coming over the shoulder, Jason.
Yeah, it's great. They've always had good gear.
They have. I think you had an old Mongols jacket, like a legacy jacket, right?
Still got it, baby.
Hell yeah. A little tech issue we hope they get resolved as quickly as possible. It is kind of crazy how FURIA really have struggled against the Mongols.
Yeah, knocked out in Cologne last year.
And Katowice.
Katowice as well.
So it's so incredible how it is just being consistent across the whole year, right? There's the 2 big events here on the ESL calendar, and FURIA obviously have a lot more expectation on their shoulders than that of the Mongols.
I mean, just to bring back that point of how the year kind of has begun for the Mongols, they win Extremesland 2023, first place there. Losing to Tai Lu in the Chengdu qualifier, the IEM Chengdu qualifier, and obviously the RMR as well. So I mean, they've had plenty of action. And coming off a tournament win has got to make them feel pretty good, confident coming into these opening matches.
Yeah, it was interesting. You know, Yanko brought up the point, the fact that you've had so many roster moves, you would expect the Mongols to drop off, especially when they lost Score, who seemed to kind of be the talisman player for them last year. When they lost him, we expected it to fall apart, and then they've made significant moves even since then.
I feel like, I mean, we've seen them make a couple roster changes over the past year or 2, and every time it's just like, oh, back to square one, they're going to come in and not be anything special, and they keep kind of surprising in that way, and that's why sometimes we are just like, how's Mongolia got this talent base in there that you can just recycle, go through players?
Yeah.
Like, so few regions have that luxury.
The thing is about a lot of the Mongolian teams is, you know, in China you can't pug in Europe at all, right? But the Mongolians, they can put up with like 100+ ping. Okay. And they play in like basic pugs, etc. So maybe you get a bit more practice on a regular basis against some of the better players. in the European region, but this round has definitely seen better days. So that's going to be a 3-0 start here for FURIA, and we'll get into the gun rounds.
Yeah, I don't know what I want out of this game. On one hand, it'd be really, really cool and just fun to see Mongols just kind of storm through and cause an upset in this best of one and continue being a thorn in FURIA's side. Or at the same time, there is a certain level where it's like FURIA would be such a cool team to have firing on all cylinders at this event.
It really would. It's always a nice event when FURIA are playing well, because they do bring an exciting playstyle when it works. Serato, hoping he's back in a big way in 2024. He's in the underpass to kick this round off. 9-10 receiving a lot of utility his way. Fallen unable to capitalize on a chance that was not presented to him, and Serato goes for a disadvantageous fight, and he will lose his life.
A little bit of a one-way over the top of that smoke, but it disappeared real quick. It seemed like he lost track of the battle as soon as he started shooting. And that's an easy mop-up for bLitz. So a 5-on-4 with 1 minute and 20 seconds in the round. And Mongols can start to exploit this mid-control that they've gained for themselves.
Yuri going on a bit of a push through the ramp. Get information that it is clear, no one's here to cause any issues, and that now becomes a powerful position to hold as a CT as we head into the 55-second mark. The Mongols begin to drift towards the A side of the map.
Here comes this pinch where they expect a second player. Might be able to get Art. You can expect Yuri to be hiding safely over at ramp. Pretty strong position, but with no resistance mounted just yet with their positions. I think Mongols have to have the idea that ramp has been taken over. They have no one there. And that's a great shot from bLitz.
Bomb plant started to come in. bLitz locks it in on default, and here comes Yuri. He found this position so early in the round, and he's just been desperate to make it work. And now they peek him. bLitz goes for the swing. Yuri's brought down, and there's nothing FURIA can do about that.
Yeah, even if he gets that kill, like Fallen and Cello, they've already kind of given up the round. They were staying parked in the B halls, just planning on saving. So that was never going to be a real attempted retake from FURIA. Nicely done from Mongols, exploiting the man advantage to just march into the A bomb site and find themselves a plant. And now they can hunt down some weapons. Their money isn't exactly established, so losing weapons is painful for them as well. And with that in mind, they give up the hunt. So 3-1, Mongols on the board.
Terrorists win.
This is the bLitz impact in this round being felt. That kill on Serato was actually the kill through the underpass. They got him as Serato was attempting the duel top mid.
That was very calm, nice.
Yeah, they are a pretty chill team.
Yeah.
We've gone from one extreme of donk to the other with the Mongols.
Yeah.
Nice, peaceful, respectful
Sure.
counter-strike coming in. Here comes 9-10. That's going to be confusing if the scoreline's ever 9-10, Jason.
I like that one. That was good.
Yep.
All right, Art boosted up into the
Told
window.
you I was going to work on it.
Yeah, you've done good work in the breaks. Mid-centric defense. Yuri in window behind the smoke. Art up in ladder room. Even Serato over at jungle.
Just a slow approach from the Mongols. Techno being forced away. It's always so exciting to see Techno on the server. Having been there for his beginnings and his strange way to become a professional player, when he stood in for someone on the main Mongols roster that broke his hand in celebration qualifying for the RMR.
that's actually so crazy.
He just stole his spot after that.
He just never looked back. Broken arm, sorry, bro. It's gonna get worse.
And now the FURIA side have got the advantage, and this final B attack is coming out. 40 seconds left. It's Cello and Art chilling out in the B bomb site. Art's low in health, but with the distraction of his teammate, he might be able to get away with more than one here. He has locked in that first headshot. Cello's coming on over, might just sell out Art, and that's exactly what's happened. Cello gets taken out, was expecting a chance to get a kill, absolutely that, but he goes down. And now 9-10 is kicked into action. It's another kill, this time on Serato. And this is a 2v2 with 15 seconds left. There's a chance to plant the bomb, and Mzinho is going to lock that through, no issue.
Yeah.
This retake attempt sent through. Yuri's coming in. It's quick for FURIA to try and get back into this one. One fang left. It's Yuri going for it, trying to chop down. He will do exactly that on 9-10, but it's Fallen looking to close in the clutch, and he can't do it. That is a ridiculous round to let slip if you're FURIA. Those are the rounds that can come back to bite you in the ass, and that's a round for the Mongols they just weren't expecting.
Yeah, that's the miscommunication, perhaps, or there are different philosophies how to play a situation from Cello and Art. If Cello swings out after Art gets that first kill, if he just keeps an eye on them, make sure they can't creep up on Art, that gets so much more dangerous. But what a way to break into a bomb site where it feels like you have no access, and Fallen just never expects that reswing. Big time clutch round from the Mongols, and they've got a second. And they've taken a lot of the money and a lot of the danger away. And Art never saw the cross from the off. Slow. And there's bLitz from the underground, and they know there's one more.
Yeah, Kesserado, good luck. It is not going to happen for you. You're not getting out of that. That's 2 kills immediately. I like the idea. FURIA have only got one weapon, of course, the premium rifle. So you try and boost it up, catch a player off guard. Then you maybe have a double setup in the underpass. But the other way it goes, if you don't see the player getting across,
yeah, that was weird.
Silly.
Art didn't seem to catch it on the jump up. Well, that's the rifle they brought into the round, so it's just pistols remaining, and that's a heavy investment. Art's sitting at $0 after that. P250 gets 1 kill, but it's bLitz and Senzu to clean things up, and we're all tied at 3.
I think you'll let the round prior, you know, the round that should have won inside of the B bomb site slip. It's fine. Those kind of rounds happen every now and then, but if you get a collection of those throughout this half, or you go on a bit of a streak of loss here, you'll start getting very frustrated if you're FURIA.
Yeah, one more and it starts to feel like a tendency.
Yeah.
And then that creeps into your mindset.
Curry trying to nip it in the bud early on. Here's his timeout. There's 30 seconds to have his sight.
And you could tell from the interview with Gary, he's got those previous losses, those previous eliminations from these championship events on his mind from last year's IEM Katowice, last year's IEM Cologne. FURIA's here for payback.
Hopefully not rolling it back. Yeah, DeFrag is Techno. The rest of his teammates around him doing all the work needed. Fallen going for the mid pick. Oh, nice shot. Quick from Fallen. He'll get out of there too. He disengages.
On the aforementioned Techno as well, so he'll have to sit things out for 1 minute and 40 seconds. Yuri's looking over a gap in the smoke to see if anyone's creeping up catwalk quickly. And once again, Mongols is taking a slow approach to this. They've gained control of top mid, behind the boxes, behind the cart. And a follow-up window smoke is going to allow them to progress forward. But a shifting defense from FURIA. They've relocated the AWP Fallen over to the B halls with a deep angle, which allows that M4 and Cello to be much more mobile on the map and be very reactionary. It's a lot of information. With Fallen with this deep angle, Art's pushed into Palace. They kind of have an idea of the extremities.
Keserado's timing is he just looked out, but he'll come back this time to a kill on Mzinho. But now he's stuck. Now he's in a position where he's burned out a spot. He has to smoke off himself and get out of there. And that does give position to the Mongols.
And they've dealt with this off angle before. That's when it was A ramp though. Art's going to be neutralized. They should be able to at least get a bomb plant with cover. They want to control CT spawn beforehand. And Art doesn't make his move. He comes in late, and the bomb goes down. bLitz has got the trade kill, but it's going to be a tough post plant.
Yeah, it was close to denying that plant from happening, but what a shot from bLitz through the connector. Takes out Fallen with ease. And now at 3 versus 2. It is doable once again for the Mongols thanks to that headshot. bLitz is 9-4 right now, looking to push double figures, but the player with health is Senzu. Stuck in the shadows, but reveals his position. Now as he comes out of hiding, a triple kill! Senzu sends them to hell! What a kill on 3!
What a great sequence from Senzu. We just talked about it. You can get away with one round that you should have won at the B bomb site. This is the second one, and this is where it starts to feel really, really exhausting if you're FURIA. A 4-on-2. And Senzu and bLitz just demolish them.
A shot back to CT, that transfer back over is just so sick from Senzu. And sure, his play is definitely the highlight of that round, but it's the bLitz second kill coming through connector that really allows it to become messy. A second timeout used for FURIA, and they are starting to get the shakes and realizing they're up against the Mongols again.
Yeah, that's like the first step to crumbling. This is when it all comes rushing back. 2 difficult rounds to win that Mongols turns on their head, and they've got FURIA reeling. It's 4-3 and a half buy, a low buy, a decent enough buy from FURIA. 2 scouts on the board, upgraded pistols.
Not looking pretty for FURIA, that's for sure. Fallen going for a similar peak he did in the round prior with the AWP. This time with a scout, and he's smoked off. Not only that, but he's taking significant damage too, so he has to fall away.
Yeah, the last round as well was a 5-on-4 for FURIA. Fallen gets that opening pick in the first 10 seconds, and they still can't convert it.
Just piling on the negatives, really. It's a sad time for FURIA after what was a great start. They avoided Inferno. They're happy with that. But Mirage seems like a scary old affair too.
Art's got one more smoke. It's over at the B bomb site though, and it shouldn't have too much of an impact based off where TheMongolz is heading. A split towards A. 2 players in Con, 2 at A ramp, 1 in Palace. They're being very cautious and taking their time.
Oh, Yuri. There's nothing he can do about that. Impaled to the face. Now Kesserado standing on default, burned into the open. It's one shot for Kesserado. What a second shot too. That's lovely. But Kesserado eventually traded out. So that's the site collapsing.
My deagle don't work like that.
No, it definitely doesn't. Kesserado has a little something special. Ooh, Senzu. He's in a position to deny everything here. Cello's movement actually has just cost him his life. Oh, yep, Senzu's life, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
And that's the kill for Cello somehow.
All designs, he gets an AK-47 out of it.
Yep. Sick, what an upgrade. But 5-3. And a nice shot from 9-10. TheMongolz will be taking this.
Yeah, 2-round lead now, and looking good as well. It's going to be 5 in a row for TheMongolz. When does FURIA get back into this game, this half? When do they snap back? They'll have another chance in this round. A saved AK-47 is going to help out down the road, but for now, everyone has plenty of money to buy up. Kesserado passes an AWP over to Fallen.
Just think of Kesserado as well, right? A player that has so much talent, has so much skill, has been offered multiple times the position at Team Liquid, and has turned them down multiple times to stay with his FURIA project. How disastrous would it be to come into the play in the Katowice, lose to TheMongolz again, and face elimination on day 1? So much to think about, and bLitz has taken that mid-control already here for TheMongolz.
Similar tactic, this time just one player coming from Con, but it'll be a split. Fallen gets unblinded, takes out Senzu. Big time fragger. This time the attack is getting stalled out and slowed down. Fallen with a pair of op kills, and quickly it's just 9-10.
Yeah, this was much better from FURIA on the defense. 9-10 can do nothing about it. How do you come to the name 9-10?
I don't know. We should ask him.
Maybe it's his lucky number. There is another Mongolian AWPer called 9, right? So that's, maybe there's something in the water over there. Maybe the AWPers like numbers.
Sure.
And he's just playing against the numbers here. 55 seconds coming back through the ramp.
It's unique. There's no other player with a name like it.
Apart from that other Mongolian AWPer. And here he is. Nice shot on Fallen. Is there anything else? 4-9-10. He has got a little bit of utility. And a decent amount of time. Flash gets sent out. He dodges the brunt of it, and he gets into the smoke with Kesserado and Art close by. The trade should be instant. There's no kill in the first place. Art hits the headshot, and that is FURIA winning 4.
Yeah, one more kill would have been really valuable there to take a few more weapons out of their hands. First time out's going to be used by TheMongolz. 5 straight, finally stopped in that streak, and they want to talk things over. Fallen all the time in the world. Comfort back at Ticket. Able to shut down the hit. I mean, all things considered, FURIA's done a decent enough job. As a lot of these executes come in, it's just some of those clutch rounds, like uncharacteristically, or maybe characteristically, losing pretty big advantages in 2 rounds. And that's what'll make this seem like TheMongolz is this close.
Yeah, and those are the rounds that really make you feel super frustrated. But if FURIA can get through those, if they can still stand strong in this first half despite the many fumbles,
They've had 2 already. One more, and it's starting to get rough.
We'll be on the lookout for it. And here goes 910 out towards the ramp, looking to open things up with that AWP. Nothing presented yet, but he goes forward. Each step he takes closer to connecting with a chance on Yuri, who currently hides in behind the triple box. The first fight goes down as Techno to get his first kill over on Cello.
And that pulls everyone away from the A bomb site. Meanwhile, they've crept up silently, quietly. Look at the position of Senzu. They have no idea he's this far advanced, and already they're smoked off in CT. Yuri's coming right through despite the low HP. But again, you never knew that Senzu was here.
The fire tossed out towards the ramp has allowed a second player to come on over, and it's Caserado who dishes out death on Mzinho. Fallen's turn from short to peek into connector, and he nails the shot into the chest. bLitz will fall, and now a 3v3 once again established. That bomb goes down, and Mongols must play this in the post plant. 910 scopes up towards CT. It's a strong position, and Techno, he's got the chance. He's got the chance to flank in. They know both players are towards CT, and it doesn't matter. 910 on the double, and it's Mongols up 6.
That positioning from Senzu, because Yuri's just playing without information at triple. He's just hiding behind the boxes, and that slow creep up with the cover of the AWP put him in a position that FURIA had no information about. And just an easy kill on a low HP player who's coming through the smoke. And from there, the alt position just gets so much more powerful. 910 with all the freedom in the world, and once again, FURIA forced onto the back foot. Investment from Fallen onto the AWP at M4 in the hands of Caserado. But they don't got a whole lot of money and a whole lot to be happy about at the moment.
This could turn into a disastrous half, actually. P250. Rattling through that smoke inside a connector. It's Techno who comes out with the first shot, and my god, that's why you always buy a P250. Art gets a double lineup at short, and I don't know how that's happened, but it has. And Senzu makes sure that he pulls those numbers back again to an equilibrium. Missed shot from 910. Techno has to trade, and he does exactly that. You take a deep breath for just a moment, because the AWP for Fallen has come back over to this B bomb site. And Techno advanced into the market. It's a good position, especially with that flash. Oh, Techno nearly misses his opportunity. Detects Fallen, who goes into the window and gets dropped by the AWP. This is chaos, Jason, and I love it.
Yeah, that's Mongols. I mean, that could have been a disaster. The double kill from Art through the smoke with the P250, just able to spam and get lucky enough to find 2 kills. That could have thrown a real wrench in the Mongols round, but they say stoic, they say composed, and able to come right back into it. Good round from Techno. Triple kill for him in a half where he's struggled to start things out, but the last couple rounds have been quite nice. A couple important entries towards the B bomb sites.
It's about the Mongols B play now in this round. Looking to maximize the amount of rounds they leave this first half with. And Cello can often be a reliable secondary AWPer. Well, he's about to have a lot of targets to shoot and a lot to run away from. He's calling over that second AWP too to try and deal with the rest of the attack, and the utility just trickles on in. Fallen cannot strike, and the first player to hop out the window. But Mzinho is not so lucky. He will fall to the Brazilian sniper, who looks for another one. And this is a bit cagey from FURIA, but they still haven't died. They still haven't fallen down, and this is perfect. You know, winning every fight without too much falling into the hands of the Mongols.
Yeah, the Alps did a great job of taking the sting out of this hit, but not again. Don't let them convert this again. 5-on-2, Senzu's got a double kill, and all of a sudden it feels a little bit more doable with what we've seen.
This will break FURIA, surely. If they lose this kind of round again, it can't happen. And Senzu's in the clutch. He showed a massive round earlier on in this half, but this time, FURIA will take him down. It won't be the 8-4 half. FURIA steal away another, and this game's full of excitement. This was meant to be a day of revenge for FURIA, but so far the Mongols are ahead heading into the second half. It might just be a day of history repeating itself and a Mongols victory over FURIA in the IEM Katowice play-in.
Yeah, and I mean the story of that first half is like two massive fumbles for FURIA. This should be a game that's in their control with they're in the lead, but instead two huge mistakes and what, a 4-on-2, like 2 4-on-2s I believe they lost. Can't be having that. They lure Mzinho forward, and that's an opening kill for Cello.
FURIA certainly looking more sharp at the start of this pistol. Let's see what they've got against bLitz. It's another kill, this time from Cello. And Senzu sits back at Ticket. That's where his teammate was just a moment ago, but no longer stands. It's a corpse that litter the floor, and Senzu cannot get any kills of his own. He's desperately calling for his teammates to come back and help him. And all three of these CTs coming in from the same position. FURIA are in pole position to take the pistol round here. It doesn't look like they're going to let this one slip anywhere near letting it slip. In fact, Art is just destroying them, going for the knife. It would have been the most Art way to kick off the second half, but not to be this time.
I respect it. I respect the attempt, lunging around the boxes. Senzu, a couple of nice shots, but that's all you can really get. There's a few highlights for the frag reel. It's a pistol round win for FURIA to start things off in the second half. 6-7 as they close the gap.
Let's see if the Mongols decide to go for the 4 spy here. They seem a little bit more like the conservative kind of team though, so imagine they'd just go for the eco when the game is this close. But it's important that FURIA win the pistol here at the start of the second half.
Especially with the lead for Mongols, right? Like 7-6 is probably going to tie things up now, but just make sure you preserve that economy going into the gun rounds. Make sure that first gun round is where you have the strongest possible buy. Don't over-invest here. They go for a stack at the B bomb site. FURIA is going to attack the A bomb site, and that usually means a lost round for the Mongols.
Of course. But who knows if FURIA?
Yeah, who knows?
Nice little deagle magic, but that's denied. As Senzu is the first player to fall on the defense of the Mongols. But what a day it's been so far here in Katowice. It's good to be back here at an IEM event. And we've seen some upsets. We've seen donk.
Not at all. We've run the full gamut of emotions today.
And maybe we'll even see a Mongols victory again over FURIA.
We saw a heroic upset Astralis, Stabby and Yawn.
Yes.
Or Yawn, that's from this morning. Stabby and Yavi. Wow, I pulled a real fast one on me, didn't I?
That's okay. I think people love it. It's a good meme. It's a good meme. They might not like it, but I'd imagine everybody else does.
I blame Maniac for that slip up. That was his fault.
Yeah, Maniac's fault. Everything. I did like Yanko's one today as well. He called him Yawn.
Yeah.
You know, if he's having a bad game, he's a bit boring, you can give him the Yawn nickname.
Sure.
Good stick. And here we go into...
We'll test drive it tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But hopefully, he doesn't have a boring game tomorrow. That would be kind of sad. Astralis facing elimination. Here comes the play up. It's bLitz with the headshot. Cello taken out in mid. And that is going to be the Mongols upper player in. Not only that, but they're going forward in the B apartments. They're looking for another fight. They're not happy with just the early advantage. They want everything.
Yeah, that was making me nervous, though. If they lost that engagement, all of a sudden you're giving away the advantages with a little bit more of unnecessary aggression. Look at this one. bLitz inside the smoke. Art and Fallen have gone right past him. When this smoke clears...
Hello.
Maybe even before that. Fallen close up to the smoke, can't convert the kill with the Galil, and it's all on K-Serato.
Yeah, 1v5 for the big man, but let's see if he's able to pull it off. It'll be very difficult to even get close to it. Stuck in the ladder room. The vent's unbroken. So that pathway is not going to be too easy for him. No one's giving a chance. No one from the Mongols overstepping, walking into his crosshair. They have the bomb. They know he has to come to them, and now his position revealed. 9-10 doesn't even fall. Just takes significant damage, and he will retreat, allow the rest of his teammates to engage the fight.
I feel like CS2 is such a bigger troll when you hear like an AK-47 get a dink.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know
You feel like he's not doing as much damage?
It's just always frustrating.
I mean, it's better than dying behind the walls, Jason. And
I don't know about that. I don't know about that one.
Dying behind the wall is one of the worst experiences. That's a sick mouse pad.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very meta. I wonder if he has one for every map.
You know what I love about
I think he changes it if they play like Ancient, he pulls out the Ancient.
Yeah, it's a full set of mouse pads.
That'd be great. 7 mouse pads every event.
Oh, it would be so sick. But I do like the idea of like, in football, you have like players will have personality with the boots, right? They'll have like their own custom boots or colors, etc. Counter-Strike players could do that with the mouse pads, you know?
It's unexplored territory.
Yeah, there's definitely something you can do that. I think Chopper has brought a sick anime mouse pad to the table today.
Yeah, Flusha had his lifted hat. That was great.
Yep. Good couple of lifts there. Can't believe Flusha won Katowice back in 2018. That felt like not so long ago, but that's a very long time ago now, Jason.
That was a beautiful game as well. Beautiful match played. 9-10 under pressure. Molotov's forcing him into the open. A standard A executed. Art closes the gap with the Tech 9. And that's it.
Yeah.
Fury, as long as they don't get any crazy kills through smokes at the moment. bLitz is just stuck in the corner as the Molotov burns. Another one comes in.
He's got protection. He's got like divine intervention. Somehow the fire doesn't spread to him, and now he just peeks out. There's a free kill. Senzu got one as well through the smoke spam. 3v3, we said it was done. Perhaps we're completely wrong here because a couple of kills from Mongols have come back in, and they are once again setting their sights on a retake attempt. They've got the utility. The time is starting to run thin, and Fallen's kill might just help matters out here for the Brazilians, but that defuse, not like this, and it stopped. Art hits the headshot, and a sigh of relief for Guerri as he goes over to the rest of his team. Fallen was the player that saved that one.
Yeah, but they almost got Mongols right back into that one. Like, you don't need to be aggressive towards jungle. Obviously, you have double Molotovs out towards that position. You don't think anyone's going to be there, but that kill through the smoke almost makes this very, very possible. Certainly makes Mongols consider the retake and actually come for it in a 3v3. And even after all is said and done, the smoke diffuse makes everyone nervous. It's tied up at 8.
After all is said and done, it is FURIA ready to run and gun towards this A bomb site. You know, it's a team that love to have the pounce, and that last round looked like it was over early on, but a couple of missteps. You can see Mongols are a team capable of punishing you. Utility going out towards this A bomb site already. No commitment yet, it's just kind of poking and prodding and seeing what you've got.
But they've been able to abuse this bomb site a couple times early on. These standard executes are getting what they want out of them, and again, Cello's going to test it. He's the only one moving forward. That's massive damage through smoke.
Yep, takes some damage through. He's down to 21 health. And Cello ain't stopping though. He's got himself inside of the smoke. Maybe he can wait out the fade on that and try and phase it into a kill.
bLitz has put himself in a really awkward position. Really awkward position where he had to worry about Khan. That smoke was going to fade. The smokes behind him were fading. Oh, and it's all come crashing down. Despite the initial lack of success on Cello's waltz through the A bomb site, he causes so much chaos that Mongols kind of lose track of what's possible on the map.
Great shot from 9-10. Sends that one across the map onto Art. Cello also falls in once again at 3v3 after initially being a perfect start for FURIA. Fallen, he was the player to pull it back last round. He does it again here. Nice shot on 9-10.
And I think that's going to pull him back. Senzu's got to be really cautious about that lurk, even though Fallen's repositioning. He doesn't know it. So the save from Mongols and FURIA grab a lead.
Haven't made it look too easy or comfortable, but certainly getting the job done.
Yeah, but the nice thing is they're having success at A.
Yeah.
That's the nice thing if you're FURIA. You're like, okay, we've been cracking into this bomb site. That's something we can lean on if we ever get into a tough situation. We can continue doing it until they prove they can stop it, or we can come back to it later on.
Now, such a sick shot as well from Cello as he's crossing over connector. Looked like he probably was going to go down because he was on low health, but nailed the headshot.
Yeah, and bLitz decided as well to go in towards Khan instead of going towards jungle where he could have been safe from both positions, and puts him in an awkward thing where he's got to think about the timing of two different smokes in front and behind him, and I think that's what gave Cello, despite low HP, a little bit of a jump in that fight.
So this is a timeout taken by the Mongols. It is their second used so far, and 2 of 3. And Guerri's going to take that chance to have his say too. Fallen, what a game he's having, huh? 13 kills so far. The second half has been very impactful across the last 2 rounds especially.
Yeah, he's gotten some critical kills. He's had some nice impact in the first half with the AWP, had a couple solid rounds as well.
And now for the Mongols, it's not too pretty. It's an AWP for Senzu, M4 for Techno, and the rest on pistols, in particular 9-10. He's down there on just the USP.
I think Senzu had 17 kills at the half.
So Hasn't really got going too much here in the second. Here's the CZ though. That's Art walking right into it, going down, and what a shot from Senzu towards the back. It's a second. He's just destroying them. They can do nothing about it. Senzu has a triple in him, and Katowice left in a 1v5. He cannot win this. And that is the Mongols with 2 premium weapons. They just destroy FURIA.
Yeah, what a reversal. No one's even gone down. You can all of a sudden upgrade and save so much money moving forward. 3 rifles recovered. Filthy sequence from Senzu.
There's your kills, Jason.
Yeah, just as we call him out.
He's going for it. He's going for that wall bang. Don't know if it's going to go through, but he's going for it. And Katowice, you got to feel like you know you ain't getting out of this one. You'll try, but they got you trapped in the palace.
Yeah, I think it's, at this point it's just kind of like save this AK-47. See if you can take some guns away if they push into your position. But he's got money to obviously rebuy utility and drop a teammate over, which would be useful. Art and Cello sitting at very little cash, but Katowice's got the money to supply them both. If he gets that kill, I'll buy you dinner for the rest of the week.
Come on, Senzu. A little bit more to the right. A little bit more to the right. Oh, God.
Way off.
I don't even see any bullets coming through.
I don't even know if it works, to be honest with you. Someone probably knows. All right, late after the timer, Katowice escapes with his life.
He made it through. I don't get free dinner, but at least we move into the next round. And it's tied up 9-9. And you know what that means, Jason?
We're almost at 9-10?
We're almost at 9-10, and that's what we've all been waiting for, isn't it?
I mean, I guess we're going to be at 9-10 no matter what happens.
Yeah, true, but it could be 10-9, though. That's the problem.
Okay, so Mongols have to win this.
Yeah, if Mongols win this round, and it's 9-10 that does it,
sure,
this might be one of the greatest moments in Katowice history.
Yeah, it might be etched into the history books.
The Hall of Heroes lit up by 9-10. Here's Senzu going out short. Katowice coming back into the ramp. It looks like a pounce into the A bomb site yet again for FURIA. Didn't go so well for them the last time around, but this time there's no Senzu AWP, but it's bLitz on the lineup. A double comes in, blinded and through the smoke. Techno will assist in furthering that, and we're at a 3v2 with Mongols having the advantage.
Yes, and bLitz almost able to get one more traded immediately, and then Mongols have it.
It's 9-10.
It's 9-10.
And you can't believe it. 9-10 is the scoreline. Mongols looking good. Double figures reached first by the Mongolian team. And FURIA's money is starting to fall away. I'd say it has fell away.
That's important as well when you consider back-to-back rounds. The Senzu triple kill with the AWP in the previous round, and now this one where they've shut down these A hits that had been so successful at the start of the second half. All of a sudden, FURIA's feeling like that's no longer the option for him. Where it might have been comfortable for some time, it's taken away now.
Well, FURIA, they do have a B-rush in their locker. It can be a potent strategy. And Art actually gets beyond the Molotov, and while he's at the front of the attack, so you know it's an Art attack. Here he is. It's not worked out for him with the AK-47. You really got to hope for the hero play, and it hasn't happened. So this is about to be a meltdown in 11 rounds for Mongols.
Senzu has been awesome in this game. I mean, even with the slow start in this second half to a certain degree, now that he's picking it back up, some spectacular shots, some great sequences, stringing kills together. 23 frags for Senzu.
Just biding their time, but eventually the Glocks will topple at the hands of Techno. 2 of them do. And Katowice eventually finished off. So 11 rounds for the Mongols. They are in the better position to repeat history in Katowice with another win over FURIA. And that's the final tactical timeout being used here.
Yeah, the Mongols just seemingly just are able to just destroy FURIA whenever they want. Now you do this again at Katowice, Cologne last year, now Katowice here this year, and all of a sudden this rivalry is feeling one-sided.
He couldn't really even call it a rivalry, right? It just becomes a Mongols free win.
It's all like when these scorelines happen and it's just 2 rounds away, like I can't ever stop my brain from just going back to the failed 4v2 at the B bomb site from FURIA, the failed whatever it was, 4v2, 5v2, yeah, those rounds that FURIA lets slip away come back to haunt them, and it's doing it now again.
Well, a couple of rounds to go here for the Mongols to kick off their Katowice play-in with a statement win over FURIA. They've got it out for a Brazilian team as Mongols. Last year it was Pain Gaming and FURIA. And they're running it back in 2024. 910 goes to the top mid fight. Get that off out of there, and he can't do it. He cannot get away into the connector. It's Cello that removes him before safety is found. Yeah,
an advantage that FURIA have to take advantage of now. 5-on-4 with a minute and a half left in the round. Complete mid control, defense is split. Techno's playing on catwalk. Senzu's starting to get deep information down the B halls, but nothing's there.
Yuri creeps through the window smoke. He's got himself a decent position, but oh, bLitz, he could blow it open and doesn't look in the right position. So that has just given Yuri a free kill.
Yeah, I mean, that's the peak mid, right? He comes right into it and Yuri shuts him down. Now can they take this bomb site away? Mzinho's the only defense here. Senzu finds a kill with the AWP, but is that enough? And the answer is no. Bomb site is overrun. Mongols are going to have to play for the next round.
And this is now looking like it's going to be right down to the final stretch, and that's what we're here for. And you know, we've been talking about a superstar today in the making, and that's Donk, right? With the most celebrations were around the fact that he's 17 years old. Well, he's not the only team prodigy today, Jason. Senzu is having a masterful game here in the opening game against FURIA, also 17 years old.
Yeah, it's crazy seeing the new generation, the next generation come in and just show display this level of play. It's awesome though. I like it. 11-10 as the bomb goes off. FURIA survive with 4 players, a little bit of money in the bank. That'll help out down the stretch. Problem is, because the Mongols won that round and got, what, 2 or 3 FURIA weapons saved in the next one, that bolstered their economy so much as well. Both teams flush with cash.
Got a lot of AWPing options over on Mongols. Senzu showed us earlier on that he can shut down an attack on his own. And they've now got a double up setup between him and 910. So let's see if that double up setup is going to break FURIA apart. Nice shot from Fallen, showing them how it's done, taking one of the snipers away.
Fallen invented that play.
You don't use your own spells against him. And now it's going to be Senzu out mid, looking for the pick, and he'll drop on back into the B-bomb side.
Yeah, that one hurts. That's a painful one to miss. That's the equalizing kill. Would have made them feel much more comfortable, but look at bLitz slipping the net. Yuri has no idea. He's about to be a freebie. Oh, I say that and I curse everything.
How has he managed to flick down there? That's sick from Yuri, and unfortunate from bLitz. Really should have got that kill, and that's 2 missed opportunities now for Mongols. They could have drawn this back into even a favorable position, actually.
Yeah.
And now they're down 2 players. Under a minute left. Senzu with a deep angle in the apartments at least is gathering information there, but you're going to need some big fragging moments out of the Mongols players that remain on the server here.
It's all on Techno. He'll be the next contact. Inside the smoke as it clears. Goes 1 for 1. Senzu rotates over, but he can't go through the murder hole, and Cello's going to hear these footsteps through CT spawn, so FURIA, easy option for them to just switch up and go to the B-bomb site. Plenty of time, calm and collected, situation under control. We're going to be all tied up again.
Senzu under pressure just for that individual fight inside of the site, and he ain't going to win it. He's going to lose that duel to Art, and it's 11-11, all tied up again. And let's take a look at the money when we get a chance here for the side of the Mongols, who call their final timeout of this game. No timeouts left for either side.
They want to have the conversation because Mzinho snapbought an M4 immediately with 4,200, and then looking down the list, it's like Techno's at 26, 910 at 3,800. They want to have the conversation if they actually want to invest here before committing to it. As FURIA has gone on a little bit of a late run, 2 rounds in a row for them at the moment, but 4 players surviving in each of them.
This is the decisive round. These are the moments that will decide the game. And FURIA have done well not to be knocked out, because the Mongols were in a very good position, have multiple chances to really bring their hurt to FURIA, but they've stayed in it, despite those rounds you brought up that they let slip in that first half. FURIA have continued to stay competitive in this game, and they might be able to finally get Mongols off their back.
Oh, Techno pushing up with the SMG. A little bit of a distraction, swings too wide, and Fallen is starting to take advantage of these openings. Starting to really find advantages for his team. 9-10, the AWP can't respond, and a follow-up peek is ill-advised and punished.
3 players left for the Mongols, and the only way they win this is they stay put in that B bomb site and FURIA run in towards it, but they have to adjust the defense and FURIA pump the brakes and realize they can go elsewhere based on those initial kills.
Yeah, this is way too long to have a 3v5.
Fallen, he's got that kill. If he was to lose a duel and it becomes a 3v3 off the back of that, after the start, that would have been a disaster, but FURIA have stayed ahead here. And it does look good for them heading into the final minute.
It's by virtue of 2 picks in middle at the start of the round is like, okay, we have complete control, we have free reign. So you have players pushing up to gain map control and gain advantages to pressure or to move into step number 2. And then you have some players who can chill and be passive and wait for those plays that bLitz just made. Obviously Fallen in the ladder camp. And from here, it's just split defenders. 1 for 1 at each bomb site, and you better hope for something special.
Sprinting up short, Fallen has the AWP out ready to go. Here's the lineup, chance for Mzinho, but unable to sink any of those kills. There's damage again to Fallen, but it's Senzu who needs to go absolutely massive and only manages 1 kill. Mzinho on the other side of the map, 8 health, basically dead already, and it's FURIA. Who would have thought it? Up 12 rounds first.
12 rounds, and there's no money for the Mongols. They only have a 2-round losing bonus, so they're only getting 2,400 in the bank. They're going to be sitting below 3K on all their players. This M4 is so important to save. Save it and drop it to Senzu.
I don't know if they're going to be allowed to do that. Here he comes. Art in behind. The timing just about works out for Mzinho. Just about allows him to get to safety towards T-spawn. Art is still tracking. I don't know if he's going to get anywhere near him in time. He would have to commit right now to staying on that path to go towards T-spawn, and that hasn't happened. Mzinho will save the M4, and like you said, you would have to hope that that goes into the hands of Senzu, not staying in the hands of a player who has 7 kills across this game.
Yeah, it's not even about the 7 kills, really. It's about just the hot hand, as you mentioned with Senzu. Like, just give it to him. No timeouts for Mongols to talk about this either. They've used all 3 up to this point, so they just gotta roll with the punches.
It's very rough for Mongol inexperience. This isn't the team they brought to Katowice last year, right? You've seen significant changes since then, so it's not like you can call back on that experience to close these kind of games. They had the opportunities, but FURIA in the better position. It's an underpass push coming in from Mongols, and Yuri decides to take out Mzinho at B, but there's 2 players in behind Yuri now.
Oh, they're going through that. They're going through that with the nade as well. Techno's got another one. Advantages there. And FURIA spread across the map. They have no way to take advantage of the information of such an aggressive push. They spotted 2 at the B bomb site trying to push, and now 2 coming up the stairs. But they can't take advantage of the fact that bLitz is alone.
Yeah, he's taking position inside of ramp.
This is the bomb on Fallen as well.
Oh, but it's the AWP in a close quarter combat against the MP9. This could favor bLitz in this fight, in fact. Fallen has been so impactful, and he continues to do it again. Another kill, an essential frag, in fact, coming in from Fallen. But he's held back behind the fire for the time being. He needs to allow the other pieces on the board to move for him.
And this is where you just talked about experience. FURIA is going to pump the brakes. They're going to slow this down. They're going to make Mongols really consider the entire map and see if anyone's going to be caught out in the open. Anyone's caught out shifting to a new position, a new bomb site.
40 seconds. Still plenty of time here for FURIA. And they're starting to second guess the B play. Techno has drifted a little closer towards the market, but he's thinking about going through that murder hole, and Fallen's gone down to Senzu. There's the timing on the peak from Techno, and Kesserado left in a 1v3. 24 seconds left. We have to dive down, collect that bomb, and look for the plant. They're all coming in from triple. And he's got himself 3 players to take out. Bomb plant is going to go down here just about for Kesserado. He's not able to do it though, and we've got to go to overtime. This show is not over, and the Mongols continue in this matchup.
Yeah, that's the Mongols as well. That's some composure. Nobody peeking, nobody overextending, finding some really, really nice timings on those pushes through. And they've got a second breath of life. As it seemed like FURIA gained control right at the end, the Mongols are able to respond. And we continue with bonus rounds.
Why not? If you have a grudge match, let's go all the way. Let's get as many rounds of this as we can. Best of ones. can end pretty quick. We got to witness that 13-0 in the game just previous, with Spirit winning 13-0 over Apex. Now we're getting the opposite. We're getting every round of regulation and even more with that. And the Mongols, when given the chance to go for the double up setup, Jason, they've gone for it again here.
Yeah, it didn't work out. It didn't work out the last time. Granted, 910 got aggressive on A ramp and picked off, so maybe we just didn't see what they can do with it. But this time as well, heavy investment in OT.
Double up setup for both teams, even the T side rocking one here. Art and Fallen picking up the double snipers. Not the most standard play on the T side.
No, certainly not.
But FURIA ain't the most standard team.
Yeah, and Fallen's been so impactful down the stretch of this game, just finding his opening kills with the AWP, finding his critical impact kills with the AWP. Let's see if he can continue that in overtime.
Oh, they've left an AK in spawn too if they wanted to change that out. Having all the extra cash to play with in this OT rule set. Here's the smoke. Out towards jungle and connectors, covers off that area, and the Molotov towards top stairs.
It did exactly what Fallen wanted it to do. Look at all the utility it baited out. Counter Molotov, counter nades, counter smokes coming in. Used a lot of utility at that A bomb site that now the Mongols won't have at the closing stages of this round. Fallen picks up the bomb from T-spawn, and FURIA heads right back to the A bomb site.
They were finding success towards A. Early on in regulation, they go for it again.
An AWP and an AK and just dropped out for the AK-47.
Yep. That's all that extra money. He's like, all right, I'll go for it early. If it doesn't work, we go back to the AK. And Cello, what a shot. Senzu stood no chance.
No, that sucks.
23 seconds. Bomb, or rather HE grenade, blasts open that smoke. Mzinho is taken out. Now 910 comes into play, in behind the triple boxes. It's a strong position for the sniper. What a shot, flicked up towards stair, but Kesarada comes back out of the palace. It is only 1 and 7 seconds left in limited time. The bomb plant in the open, smoke cleared away, and so will the bomb plant. There's no chance here for FURIA to get it done. It's just down to Techno to stay alive, and he does it on the other side of the map. That is devastating for FURIA that the smoke cover clears away, and they cannot plant the bomb in time.
I don't know if I'm going to call that one like the third fumble of FURIA in this game, but that's certainly really painful. The timing of that smoke, not having it as it clears. Clear line of sight from Catwalk, and Yuri can do nothing. Can't get off it fast enough. Heartbreaking for FURIA.
And it works in tandem with that AWP flick shot towards stairs too, because if that player at stairs stays alive, maybe they can act as a body block, a distraction, and even possibly win that fight against a short player. So just an instant of motion going in favor of Mongols in that second gives them the round and now the lead.
A little bit more slow and calculated from FURIA this time. Creeping up Catwalk is Art. Fallen gonna follow up behind him with an AWP. Peering over the smoke towards the A bomb site. Senzu's here. Timing is everything because he switched his view off Catwalk. Way too dedicated to the ramp. Maybe a little bit nervous because that's where Cello ripped his head off in the previous round. But another opening for FURIA, and then they build upon it again.
Yeah, positional mistakes there for a Mongols, especially Techno. They're moving too far into the open. Gets taken out, and Art has a double off the back of that secondary ult.
And just look at what this has done. Like, 910 wants to get aggressive. He does find a kill, but Fallen's got him boxed into the site. Just tags him, comes back, completes it with the second shot. And Mongols is being forced into moves they don't want to make, and FURIA is ready for each and every one of them.
Oh, that's a shot and a half from Cello around the corner. bLitz really couldn't do anything, and now Mzinho on the other side of the map. You know, you hate to bang on about a player's performance and they're not having a great time, but it really hasn't been the performance Mzinho would like to see on his debut here in Katowice in 2024. 7 kills in the majority of this game now. And his task is just to save that AWP over into the next round.
Yeah, and again, it goes back to the experience that you touched on earlier too, where it's like you just have to have the knowledge that you're going to have bad games, and at this point, like, someone just tell him, coach, any of his teammates, just like, look, we're in overtime. Like, count yourself at 0 kills, because now that we're in OT, it's like you're going to have a chance to have an impact where you haven't previously, perhaps. Give us that one round when the opportunity is in your hands. We'll see if he can do it. 13-all.
Terrorists win.
And remember, all of the timeouts are used up in regulation of 3. We head into the overtime situation. We'll keep an eye on how that will transpire. If it gets messy, we'd love to rely upon the chance to have a coach talk again. And that's, again, where that experience comes through, of having Art and Fallen in the same team. Plenty of options you can go towards. And Art crosses out towards his top mid boxes in behind the smoke to allow him to cross.
Oh, I don't
Senzu
like this.
posted up at B.
Oh, don't swing into it. He's got the deep angle, not pushing forward, so should be all right. But the Mongols have struggled so much when they've lost those opening kills, especially from Fallen. FURIA has been able to really pick up the pain, build upon those opening kills, and exploit the map.
Senzu. Here he goes, flashed, dodges it with a quick movement into the left side just to get away from that flashbang effect, and then peeks out again for the kill this time on Fallen. And he's got Kesrada trapped in there, and that's significant because Kesrada has the bomb, Jason. And if he goes down, none of his teammates are close enough to really make anything happen.
Yeah, this is a bit dicey. Let's see what Senzu's got. Is he going to expect the peek from this side? He will now with that flashbang. He's been spotted out, though, and there's no escape from this position. Teammates got to do utility. It comes in quite nicely just as the Molotov starts burning.
Art's taken out, though.
But look at Cello's position. Here in window, this can be so painful. This is a pivot position for FURIA.
Cello's got a lot of work to do. 30 seconds left in this round, and FURIA only have 3 players left. Mzinho, this is your time. You all will be forgiven if you can impact in this round, but he's not able to do it. He goes down in what looked like just a sheer panic mode. With 19 seconds left, 9-10 is still over towards Ticket. He's not there alone. He's got 2 teammates beside him now, and bLitz is sent into the battle, into the fray, but Kesrada on the double, followed up by Cello, and those are the moments of impact that can get FURIA ahead in this one. Techno looking for the clutch. Right in front of him is Kesrada, battered and bruised from his battles in this round, and so the spam through the triple boxes takes him out of contention, and it's Yuri against Techno. Has Techno detected the opportunity for him to be inside of Sandwich? He's limiting the positions. Yuri just sitting back, biding his time. Techno crosses over, in behind triple. What a shot and what a clutch for Techno. He has to get back to it. He picks up a kit, Jason. He had to run off to get a kit to get back to that defuse, but what a clutch from the young Mongolian.
In overtime, a 1v3 as well. And recovering a disaster of a situation because FURIA knew they didn't have the resources, they didn't have the utility to block off any angles. They had to get aggressive and take over CT stairs. They do just that, but Techno has the rebuttal.
It's so sick that he's able to find a pathway to get that angle, to get that fight on Yuri, and you can see the happiness there from Mongols. And
Not enough happiness.
Oh, that's
That'll be the most critical thing I say about the Mongols. Not enough happiness for a 1v3 in overtime.
They exhibit emotions in different ways, Jason. All right, and that, I can tell you, that's just them ecstatic. That's them so happy that they went around that. Happiest moment of the day. 14-13, Mongols in the lead again. Techno hasn't had the best game either, Jason, so that's kind of crazy. We come to overtime, coming to the late stage of this game, and he's starting to get back into it.
All is forgiven with that clutch. 20-17 for Techno.
Oh, well, they're like, all right, Techno, screw you for winning that last round. We'll take you out in the most brutal way possible.
Yeah, I feel like he ate nades off 3 people. Like, the 3 people decided to just drop grenades on his position. Spamming through the smoke, won by Art. bLitz is down to 35. They'll set up a crossfire on each side of that smoke.
Good shot from 9-10. It rings out on Falling. Yuri looking to patch up and protect the connector, and he's done a pretty good job of getting a double, but eventually this fight comes in, and Art, he stinked him up, and eventually with the USP is able to finish off his prey. Senzu with the clutch ahead of him. He's had patches of form throughout this game, and a lot of kills, although not the outcome we would have hoped for in this round. So FURIA back to winning ways after conceding a clutch against Techno.
Yeah, man, 9-10's just trying desperately to get away from that fight. Just desperately trying to get away from it. Good job from Kesrada. They might have thought seeing Art in the ladder rune might have kind of ruined things. Yeah, look at all the utility that came in. They never expected Yuri to be to the left behind the boards. Double kill for him, and we're back and forth. 16 being the winning number you're looking for. Just like good old times.
Yeah, the good old days. We've got history possibly repeating itself today with a good old-fashioned scoreline. It's so hard to tell where this one is going to go. But if I had to place my my prediction on it, I feel like FURIA have shown the edge. To try and get through this one again, and nade stack into the underpass. bLitz doesn't die.
Yeah, Techno didn't pass on the information. That's not a fun spot to be. Good return nade though onto Kserado. Sails right past his dome. Cello with the op. Spots one jumping down. He'll give up the angle.
55 seconds. Under a minute left in the round. Mongolz starting to make a different play. Congregating their forces over towards A.
The timing of Senzu's play is going to be everything over in ladder room. Is he going to try and pick off Kserado as he shifts over to the A bomb site? But also, depending on how successful this A hit in is going to predicate how aggressive or passive he needs to be.
Here's Senzu. Inside of the ladder room, just waiting. Fights begin inside of the A site. Yuri dishing out death first. Techno able to reply. It's a swift reply on the trade on Yuri too. And that bomb is going to go down.
Art's so far away. Art's just now leaving the B hulls. He's going to have to come in late with the op and support.
Many of the Mongolz players have taken a lot of damage, though. They're all pretty damaged up, and there is a couple of nades left for FURIA, but that is the only utility they have. They do not have flashes, they do not have smokes, and that can really cause problems in a retake scenario. There's Art coming in late with the surprise from short. Senzu can't deal with it, but 9-10 and Techno, they certainly will. And it's now Art and Fallen having to pull this one off, and the time is ticking. The dying embers of this round, and Fallen goes to the defuse, but he takes lead to the face. Art can't do anything on one health. He has to retreat, and you'll disengage from the fight. It's 15, it's map point, and the Mongolz have a chance again to destroy the hopes of FURIA and deliver a defeat at their feet.
Yeah, this is great from the Mongolz. That's just well executed. A nice A hit coming in. They're kind of like creepy A hits where they gain a little bit more space before pulling the trigger on the actual execution. That's thrown FURIA off a couple of times. One chance for Mongolz to give FURIA an opening loss here at IEM Katowice.
Wow, this is really impressive from the Mongolz. They keep coming back with new players like, hey guys, we brought all of Mongolia along for the ride, and they just keep performing so well. Senzu this time is the revelation at 17 years old. 28 kills on the board. It was quietened off a little bit towards the later stages of this game, and fortunately has had teammates to step up in his stead. It's not done yet. FURIA could go again. They could run it back. Another overtime.
Nice damage on that nade from Techno. FURIA, meanwhile, has taken control of a ramp. Yuri's pushed down. Fallen's in support with the AWP. Good amount of information. The main thrust is going to come up con. It's Kserado and Fallen to have the main defense on it. Oh, and Kserado just looks away, but now Fallen pounces with the op. Out of Palace, this is your chance, and he's done it. Mzinho's helped crack open this bomb site.
Want to kill to fight for Mzinho. Limited kills, but impact felt. And that's Yuri inside of the ramp. Good headshot. Still doing everything he can to stay in the fight, but the fight looks like it's over. Cello has to clutch. And it might be a return to misery for FURIA here in Katowice. Another defeat at the hands of the Mongolz. They just cannot shake them off. They just cannot get rid of them.
It's going to hurt so bad. It's going to hurt so bad tonight looking back on this game. You've been thinking about it, the opportunity for redemption in the opening match of Katowice, and you've lost it. Cello goes down, and it's the Mongolz with an upset. 16-14 overtime victory over FURIA. It continues again and again and again.
1 year ago, they came to Katowice and they rallied support behind them. Everybody was excited about this new brand of Asian Counter-Strike that the Mongolz were able to bring to Katowice. They made it all the way through the group stage last time, and FURIA with